Anthony Richardson completed 31% of his passes on Sunday against the Houston Texans, but I thought there were some bright spots in the film. There were also some really bad spots. I think he needs more time to develop, but let's look at the film and give Anthony Richardson a grade. Let's go. I want to start with the good of Anthony Richardson because I know people in the comments are just going to say, you're an Anthony Richardson hater. You're not giving him time to develop. And I just want to let you guys know, you can go back in my tweets, my TikToks. I defended Anthony Richardson all off season because I was a huge believer in him, but I have to call it like I see it. But plays like this are the reason why I'm like, they have to give him time to develop because the raw talent is there. This should have been a touchdown if Tim would have kept his feet in. And honestly, I don't even think this ball is supposed to go to number 10. So he actually makes a really nice throw. So this is going to be like a mesh concept. This guy's just going to come across the field. He comes wide open, but Anthony Richardson already made his decision. I'm not really mad at that. This guy's going to come up and block this safety. He's not even really running a route here. He's just blocking this guy. And then 10 makes a nice double move, gets open, creates a little bit of separation. You'd like to see a little bit more. Safety comes over, but Anthony Richardson throws the ball exactly where it needs to be. And I don't mind the decision. This is confidence in your arm. But sometimes throughout this game, he wouldn't use that confidence. He would hesitate like he was scared he was making the wrong decision. He needs to be more confident in his throws and in his decision making because you need to trust your arm to be able to make throws like this because not a lot of quarterbacks in the league can make this throw. And this should have been a touchdown. He needs to get that second foot down, but that's a hell of a throw. Richardson actually made the perfect decision right here. It's a 3rd and 13. This would have picked up a first down, but he hesitated. I'm going to say that word a lot in this video, hesitated, because he's not trusting himself. This is a nice route run by 10 here. He comes back right at the sticks. It's a comeback route. He creates separation. Anthony Richardson is looking directly at him. That is the only person he's going to, and 10 does his job. But Anthony Richardson hesitates. Now I'll show you what I mean by hesitating. Watch the pump fake. Right here. If he's ready to throw this ball, he's throwing with anticipation. It's perfect. He's coming out of his break. If he lets this ball go, first down, maybe even a little bit more. Instead, he pump fakes. And I'm not understanding why. Maybe he thought he was a little bit early, but I thought he was right on time. If he throws that ball right now, when he turns around, this is going to be a completion for at least the first down. Instead, he hesitates, and that causes the hit to the legs and just a bad throw. And if he just maybe trusts himself, maybe he thought they throws the ball too hard or something, and he's like, if I throw this now, it's just going to bounce off of him. But that's not on him. He's throwing with anticipation. You need to let it go. But this little pump fake right there, and that gives 96 a chance to make a play, and it's incomplete. Now it's 4th down. Before we continue, I just want to remind you that this YouTube channel is sponsored by SeatGeek. SeatGeek is a great ticket app that I use every single week for my Ravens season tickets. I also only use them when I go on the road. So I got tickets to the Tampa Bay game and to the Pittsburgh game that's coming up in November only through SeatGeek. And if you guys want $20 off, just click the link in the description, download the app, and use my code YAPMATT, YAPMATT. It's also on the screen here. If you guys want to support me, that is the way you guys can do it. And also, just a reminder, hit that subscribe button. Let's get back into it. And here's the good of Anthony Richardson. A touchdown to tie the game. Makes the perfect decision, throws it on the rope perfectly in stride for number 1 for the touchdown. Now, I don't know if it was drawn up like this. I've watched it a lot. I don't know, but I think it was. So basically the concept, which I love, Shane Steichen is awesome. This guy is going to come across the field, basically a long over route, and then one here is going to run a seam through him, but then he's going to run a post corner, which is interesting. So it seems like, to me at least, it seems like this guy is trying to block whoever comes in his way. That's what it seems like to me. This guy just runs a stop route, and the other routes are basically just decoys at this point. But I love this play, and it worked to perfection. You'll see him run in. Watch right here. you'll see him get in front of this guy. I don't know if that's on purpose. I think it is, but who knows? It worked. He runs a post corner, cooks this safety. Just perfect stuff, and a great throw from Richardson. I mean, it's so easy. I know that everybody's going to be like, well, it was wide open. It was wide open, but at the same time, you have to throw it in stride, especially with someone with a big arm like Richardson. It's easy for guys like this to either overthrow it, underthrow it, but he does this perfectly, throwing to the other side of the football field. And also what I love is his pocket presence. He actually did this a couple times throughout the game. He stands in there, takes the hit, throws it on a dart, and that's a touchdown. Now we have a tie game. It's an off and on day for Richardson. I know he didn't have a lot of completions, but the completions were really good. This is a broken play from the Houston defense, and it should have been a touchdown, and Anthony Richardson did not take advantage of it because he didn't set his feet. Now let's go back and look at the concept. It was a broken play. This guy should have never gotten this open. So maybe it surprised Richardson. I'm not sure. But basically what's going to happen is 14 is just going to run a go route in the middle of the field. I think he's trying to take away the safeties up here. This guy is just going to run across the middle of the field here. And then this guy's just going to like come out and run right here. So this is the concept, and this guy runs a go route. Doesn't even matter if he gets open. So you're trying to take the safeties back here, and you want to throw this ball right here. That's basically what you're trying to do. But the safeties react wrong. You can watch it. You'll see 14 is still running a go here, and this safety sees that he's open, and this safety sees that he's open, and they both come down instead of one of them dropping back, one of them coming down. So a miscommunication. Richardson gets out of basically a nice pressure here by Texans, and he underthrows the ball. And if you watch his feet from the other angle, that was the only problem. He needs to stop. He gets out of it, panics a little bit because he realizes how open 14 is and just lets it fly. I know that you have the arm strength to do it, but you have so much field in front of you. Stop, set your feet, and throw a good ball. Instead, he does all arm, and that's crazy. He's even able to loft it there, but it's off course because you're throwing off your feet. You're not planted. That's a 1 foot throw. That's a crazy throw to do on 1 foot. I got to give it to him. But if he throws it out here, if he sets his feet, takes his time, there's no one behind him, he created more time for himself, it's a touchdown. It's just one of those missed throws that you're like, I know he can make that throw. He just needs to take his time and set his feet. And maybe, like I said, maybe he was just surprised that 14 got that wide open on that play. Hesitating. I'm going to say that word a lot. He's hesitating. He's not taking the easy throws. And here, I actually don't really love the concept. I'm not sure what they're trying to do here, but everybody is going to come inside of here, which is really weird. You're really packing up all of these receivers here because this guy is going to run across the field. This guy is going to run across the field. And then this guy is just going to run a stop route in the middle of the field right here. And then this guy is just sitting here as well. I think it's a stop route if I'm correct. But he needs to throw this ball to Jonathan Taylor. And I understand it's third down, you're trying to make a play. But if you throw it a little bit sooner, give your playmaker a chance. He's the best player on offense. Give him a chance. So watch the play. You'll see Jonathan Taylor slips out. Look at all these bodies coming right here. Now, he's a little bit further, but this guy's coming across. Like, they were all going to be bunched up. He needs to throw this ball. He's getting pressured to Jonathan Taylor. There is one player that can make this play on the ball, and I understand it's third down. Nobody's open. I know you're trying to make a play with your feet. Maybe he's trying to run outside, get Jonathan Taylor to lead block for him, but give the ball to your best player. Just get rid of it. Instead, on third down, you take a sack. He definitely wanted to run there, I think, and then at the last second tries to throw it, but I get where he's coming from. You're an athletic beast. Like, you want to run the football, but give the ball to your best player when he's open. He needs to throw the ball when you're pressured like that. Throw it right now. Just give him a chance. And he kind of like pump fakes it for a second. He wants to throw it to Jonathan Taylor, but he wants to run the ball. At this point on third down, you should throw the ball now when you're pressured like that and someone's on your back. And does Jonathan Taylor get the first down? I don't know. Maybe he makes a guy miss. Those are the small things that Anthony Richardson has to work on. Now, these are the throws that irritate you about Anthony Richardson. The easy throws over the middle. Really, any easy throw he makes harder than what it is. And the concept works. Downs gets open. The concept is just to go route here. He actually has two options here. He can either go to Downs or he can go to Cox. So we're just going to get a stop route here, and then he's going to come across. He's actually open here if he wants to throw it, but I like the decision with that as well. And then Jonathan Taylor comes across right here, just like this, and then Downs is going to run like an slant route on the inside, and he's open, and he just misses him. I mean, these are the easy plays that you have to make as a quarterback in the NFL to get drives moving. You just need that one play to get them moving. Look how much open space Downs has. This is probably a first down, maybe a little bit more than that. And the big problem here with Richardson is the arm, like his arm angles. He's releasing the ball way too early. So you can see here, his feet are actually really good. Really good, right where he wants it. He throws it accurately where he wants it. He just airmails it. And that's from throwing the ball. He is releasing at the top of his throw. So you can see it. He's releasing up here. That is too high. He needs to throw it more down and at his chest. And he just airmails it. And that's the biggest problem. I think it's a lot of mechanics with his throwing motion. Sometimes it's his feet. But he has to fix the easy stuff to be a good quarterback in the NFL. This interception is indefensible. It cannot happen with 34 seconds left in the half. You cannot give the Houston Texans field advantage with 34 seconds left in the half. He didn't need to throw this. The one thing that you don't do before halftime is turnovers. It happened yesterday in the Baltimore game with Jameis Winston fumbling the ball before halftime, gave the Baltimore Ravens a touchdown. The same thing is happening here. You're giving free points to the opponent. You don't have to throw the ball if it's not there, but he's forcing it. This is just all stops. Everybody is going to run stops. So this one's going to be about 10 yards. This one comes a little bit deeper. And it's the same thing on the other side. The inside guy's going to run a deep comeback route, and then the outside guy's just going to run a shorter comeback route. And then this guy is coming in and then back out. So you do not have to force anything. Hold on to the ball, take the sack, whatever it is, just no interceptions. He just does not see 5. He doesn't see him at all. And it forces an interception. And there's two people here. Like, you're kind of thrown into a tight window. How do you not see 5 here? Like, at all. You know he's ready to jump the route. And he trusts his arm a little bit too much sometimes. Like, he's like, oh, I can fit it into any tight window, which is fine. But with 34 seconds left in the half, you don't take any chances at all. Now, I understand he looked open, but you have to recognize 5 is there. It's like he doesn't even see him. He thinks he's wide open this entire play. And this is a simple play. If it's completed, you try and drive the field maybe a little bit more. If it's incomplete, you go into halftime. Instead, it's intercepted. The Houston Texans get points, and this could be the change of the outcome of the game. This could be the reason why the Colts lost this game. This drop is indefensible as well. This should be Anthony Richardson's 3rd touchdown of the game. He had 2 drop touchdowns, including this one. Throws it on a rope. This is so irritating to me. And I don't even have to show you the concept. You know what he's thinking right now? Devin White is out here. I believe that's Devin White. This is his first game as a Houston Texan, and you are going one-on-one with a running back. This is a matchup heaven for Anthony Richardson. He recognizes that they're playing man, one high safety back here. I mean, he knew he was going there the entire time. Nice route here by 31, stopping and then releasing out, and he becomes so open, and it's just dropped. It's a perfect throw. Now, I did get on Richardson for this game, but I can't get on him here. When you throw perfect ball twice now, that he didn't get his feet down one time, Mitchell, and now the running back cannot catch the ball on a one-on-one matchup. that you played to perfection. That is the irritating thing, because what do we say about AR if those two are completed? Do we have different conversations? Maybe. I know there were some bad throws, but at the same time, that could have won the game. And then you see throws like this and you're like, yeah, we can't bench him. I know Shane Steichen said today that they are evaluating all options, but just based off those 3 throws itself, it is so hard, because he throws a perfect ball here and Downs won. This guy is incredible. Watch this get off at the line. Basically, the concept is just going to be this guy's going to come across the middle here. We're just going to have a go route here. And then Downs is going to shake him on the inside and come back out and run this like this. And Richardson puts it in the only place that Downs is going to be able to get it. Look at him get outside, create separation, turns his hips. I mean, he recognizes that if all this open space right here, he's getting there. Richardson also does a really good job of stepping up into the pocket, recognizes that the edges are getting to the outside, steps up, perfect, taking his time. He's not hesitating. He knows where he wants to go with the ball. Great catch and a great throw. Could he have thrown it a little bit better? Sure, but I mean, Downs. I mean, this kid is special. They have so many weapons everywhere for the Colts. They could have easily won this game. And the incompletions are bad, like I said, but the completions are just so good. It is so hard to bench him, but he needs more consistency. That, like I said, these wild throws, great. I need the easy ones to be completed so he can become an all-around better quarterback. What's also irritating is he makes the right decision here. We have 3rd down with 2 minutes left. You should not be taking a sack. You cannot take a sack here. More time off the clock. There are plenty of people open. Now, he actually looks at Downs. The concept works. He actually has 2 guys open on this play. So this guy's just going to run an in route here, and then this guy's going to come across the field. He actually becomes open as well. The guy on the inside is just going to run an out route, and Downs gets open right here on this stop route. He has plenty of green grass, and he's not throwing the ball. And he sees him. Once again, he pump fakes. Look how open he is. He's throwing the ball. Maybe he sees the guys behind him, and he's like, maybe I can get this guy to come up, and maybe I can throw this out route here. I get it. But at the same time, you have Sting. Just throw the ball. Get rid of the football. At least make it a 4th and manageable. If you need to go on 4th down, something. And even then, you still have this guy here. But he stared down Downs the entire time. He knows that he wanted to go to that. And then he pump fakes, and he gets sacked. You cannot do that. You have to get the ball out of your hand in this league, or else you're going to get sacked. Especially with Houston's front. They have created pressure all day long. You know you have to get the ball out. Throw it now. He is ready to throw the ball. He feels the pressure here. You have to feel this pressure. Have to. You got to get rid of the ball. Pump fake. He did that at least 4 times in this game where he hesitated, pump faked, and it turned into a sack. Last play here. This is basically a desperation attempt. At this point, you have 54 seconds left. You're down by 3. You have no timeouts. But there is a chance. 54 seconds left, no timeouts, to get a field goal is not impossible. And AR needs to know, you need to know, get out of bounds. No matter what, get out of bounds. I don't mind him taking this ball here. Now, could he have thrown this? Sure. He could have thrown it maybe a little bit earlier when he's coming across the field, and maybe he runs out of bounds, maybe not, but it's still a big pickup. I wouldn't have hated him if he did that. I don't hate him for running this football. He has all this green grass in front. This guy is blocking here. You need to get out of bounds right now. Take off on the outside. Get towards the boundary. You cannot. No timeouts left, 54 seconds. To me, that's just common sense. You get out of bounds, or else you're probably going to lose the game. You lose at least another 10 to 15 seconds there, and they don't end up getting downfield and getting the field goal. Who knows if he would have gotten out of bounds? That's a chance for another play, and he doesn't. He's even telling him to block. I don't know if he thinks he can split this and go, but You just can't do that. And once again, taking another hit, like it's an unnecessary hit. All right, we have to give Anthony Richardson a grade. For me, I thought it was going to be a lot worse than what it was. Was it bad? When you complete 31% of your passes, it's still not a great day. At the same time, 2 touchdowns were dropped. The interception before half, these are the reasons why they lost the game. The interception before the half, stuff like this, not running out of bounds, just the simple stuff and missing the easy throws. I'm going to give Richardson a C even. And I know that my handwriting is bad. I'm going to give him a C even. He made some really nice throws. He also made some really bad throws. I think personally that he needs to work on his accuracy in the middle of the field. And I think that will come over time. But with the Colts and where they're at now, do they keep Richardson out there? Like, do they go through this development phase? It's basically like he's a rookie again. So maybe, but at the same time, you were putting up a lot of points with Flacco and he was playing well. So I wouldn't hate the Colts if they did that. I think Richardson has the talent, but he hasn't played a lot of college football games. And now he's coming into the NFL. He only has a couple games under his belt. He's already been hurt a couple times. He needs to get down on the ground. There's a lot. I think it would help him to sit on the bench. Last year, he was basically working on his body after being hurt. I think this year is more of a development phase. I think it would help him to have a veteran out there and learn from a pocket passer like Joe Flacco. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Just a reminder, please hit that subscribe button. Thank you guys so much for doing that. Also, click the links below. I have a SeatGeek link, and I also have a Sportsbook link. If you guys haven't signed up for Sportsbooks, go ahead and support me and click the link down below and get a ton of free bets. Why not take the free money at this point? Thank you guys. Love you, and I will see you soon.